gonna get going. Yo, you already know what it is. It's me, Tri-Town Tory, coming to you live in effect. And I got a couple young individuals that are coming up in the game right here. I'm gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves one time.
Yo, you know what it is. I go by the name of Prota-C, also known as DJ Prota-C, Cassius, whatever you want to call me. I'm with my cousin, Cuzz'n Devv, you know what I mean? We out of Workaholics.
What's buzzing, Cuzz'n Devv here.
Yes, man. I appreciate you guys being able to stop by and catch me in between, because I got a couple things going on over here with my 9 to 5, and I'm gonna have a meeting later today.
Feel that.
But man, I've been knowing you for years, bro. I've been knowing you for years.
You remember when we used to freestyle in the Pasco courtyard, Pasco High?
Of course, man. And you know what's crazy is that I don't think I've ever heard you kick a whack rhyme. You know what I'm saying? You've just always been very talented with the lyrics.
That's a two-way street.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Street.
Thank you.
For sure. Shout out all the little homies we used to rap with back in the day, you know.
I remember when I first met you, we were at the bar. We were at the Uptown, I believe. And I was doing karaoke. I was hosting karaoke at that time. I don't know if you remember this, but you were there with one of your homies, and you were both wearing Dallas jerseys, right? And I remember...
Go Cowboys. You know,
I remember you telling me that you were going to be a star and that you have this crazy rapping ability, and I just thought to myself, like, I hear that all the time, but I kind of believe him. You know what I'm saying? And I told you since back in the day that I always felt like there was something special. You just needed to get it all together. And I see that you've been doing that in the past couple years. You've been getting everything together and making it look real good. But before we get into your artists that you have here too as well, your family, I want you to break it down a little bit. Tell the people a little bit about who you are, where you come from, what you represent.
Man, I'm out of Michigan. I grew up out here in Washington State, though. This is home. So a lot of people know me as the Prince of the Northwest. You can follow me on Instagram at that. But I'm most notorious known as Prota-C. And I got to give shouts to my brother, Jabari. You know, back in the day, he gave me that name, and we ran with it. Started to click Young Writers, if y'all heard of that. Tips his hat to Jabari. He's doing amazing things now.
Yes.
Then we branched off, and I started with Kush Gang, Dead Rabbits, my Uncle Slim, my Uncle Jerk. We did a lot of things out in Cali, Vegas, and Arizona. We did a lot of stuff, and Oregon, Eugene. Shout out Eugene. Y'all showed a lot of love out there. Now, I'm where I'm at. I'm branded with Workaholics, and my brother Zay, he formed something special, and hopefully he can be, here in a few minutes. But he formed something special, and he told me, and I believe in it. So we ran with it. We all collectively came together in his basement, and we were like,
tell me more about Workaholics, like the origins of how it came together.
Yeah. So I mean, he can explain a lot better than me. There's a whole system that we really run by. And Zay really is at the helm of all of it, and we kind of just gradually caught on, and we're all alike. We all come from a similar walk of life. We all been through a lot of things that we can relate to. So, when one brother's going through something, it's just easy to be there for him,
100%.
So, brotherhood. It really is. It's a brotherhood. It's a family. It's real, And I know a lot of groups start like that, but they don't always see it through. But this is a real brotherhood, because even before this is really my cousin, Not only is we from the same hood, this is really my family. So, this is deep where we started,
How did you guys piece it together? Workaholics, like introducing your family into it, your cousin here.
So I can tell you how I met Zay, and then he can tell you how he met Zay, and
Perfect.
how we can kind of piece together how it all,
Mm-hmm.
So I met Zay through my brother Vic, which he was coming here too.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has car trouble sometimes, but I actually met him through my brother Vic, and he's another artist on the camp as well. And once I met Zay, man, we're all real close in birthdays. Y'all know, it's just crazy about all the similarities we had. We all make dope music. There's a lot of dope rappers, but not a lot of dope rappers with direction. And Zay was one that always had that direction. He knew what he wanted. He had a goal set, and nothing was stopping it. So I could relate to that, I was just solo dolo, just Prota-C at the time, so it wasn't like I intended to become Workaholics or he intended me to become Workaholics. We were just two friends at one point kicking it, and it formed, and it formed fast, you know? Like, I feel like I've known these niggas my whole life.
Yeah.
I have known Devin for most of my life. I feel like I've known Zay my whole life. And I've only known Zay for 6 years maybe. 6 years. Yeah.
Dev's your cousin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he know him from his own connection?
So I met Zay. I barely started doing music maybe 6 years ago. And I met him maybe a year into just starting to do music. I was in like a, you know, back in the, let's say I got back into the street life, you know what I mean? Used to be a family man, boom, get back into the street life. I run into Zay at a bar. I get in his car. I knew the female he was with. That just so happens we rub shoulders, you know what I mean? And I do music too. I just started doing music, you know what I mean? Just kind of like that. Didn't think nothing of it at first, really, you know?
And I remember this nigga though. He used to just be he was the beatboxer.
Yeah, I was
you know
always
what I
the
mean? Like, he was
beatboxer.
the beatboxer.
Is that right?
So like, and then he was like, you know, when you're around it all the time, you just start freestyling and shit. And I was like, Dev, you should
I've always
take it
grew up
more
in the
serious.
elements. I used to break dance, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Back in
yeah.
the day, I
was
come up from that era,
I
so
was like, cuz, take this shit more serious. And now that he's took it
I've
serious,
always done it just for fun, you know what I mean? Even when I started rapping.
Hey, the last 5 years, I mean, tell him what you dropped 5 years ago, and then tell him what you just dropped.
So 5 years ago, I barely started. Shout out Young Dave, as a matter of fact, one of my buddies that pretty much got me to start rapping. You know, he was like, "Hey, you rap?" I'm like, "Nah, you know, I'm the beatboxer, this and that." You know, he wanted to challenge me. He was like, "I challenge you to." He said, "I record music. I challenge you to find a YouTube beat, write a song to it, and I'll record you."
That's dope. You never hear about things like
You know
that.
what I mean?
That's sick.
That's what we do, man.
It's a song called "Drip a Lot." My kids love it till this day. You know, I still, as far as growth goes, yeah, I'm like, that's corny back then. You know
But it
what I
was
mean?
special.
But it was special, especially if my kids love it, bro. And that's what it's about, the youth, really.
Yeah.
When you can make songs for the youth, man, you know what I mean? Like that's where you know you're doing something right.
Yeah. That's the cream on top.
And what you just dropped 2 days ago?
I dropped an open mic session. Did about 500 numbers in 2 days.
I definitely want to hear about that. I caught that.
Yeah. So I just wanted y'all to hear the 2 songs so y'all can see the growth in this particular artist. Like he's special, you know.
I want to tell you right now
Take
that
it serious.
this guy right here, Dev, has what it takes to be one of the premier artists out of Tri-Cities.
Out of the Northwest.
Yes, but I'm speaking specifically Tri-Cities because this is how you got to do it. You got to take over where you're
509, Tri-Cities,
at. Right? We can talk big and grandiose, but that'll wait for us, right? Because the West Coast, they need a guy like this guy as well.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not giving you gas. And what it is he got the image down to a T. You can tell that it's him 100%. But the raps don't slack a minute. I was following every bar, every
beat,
single bar,
every beat.
Thank you.
And the beat choice was really cool. Because at first I thought, is this a
Playful.
remake?
It's like playful.
I was like, is this a remake of the Jack Harlow beat? The
Right,
What's Poppin'? Right?
Yeah.
But it
almost.
was grimy.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I like this. So I listened to it and I was like, man, I can see the 90s influences here
Come on.
too.
Yeah. Come on,
you know what I'm
yes.
saying? I got a little bit of that lazy,
90
you know what I'm
babies.
saying?
Come on.
And I was like,
I love it.
I love that.
Much
So-
love. 80s baby, 90s raised me all the way.
That part.
So you have premier artists that are with you, and you're a premier artist too. So I always wondered what it was that prevented guys like you from getting in the kitchen and cooking and dropping every month. Boom, 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 boom,
So
boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm one of the few artists that you'll meet that you know, and this is fact. I don't drop a lot of music. I don't have a lot of visuals, but I know everybody. I'm really tapped into the community, and not just here. I'm like the whole region, you know. So here in particular, Tri-Cities, this will always be home to me. I love Tri-Cities. So like, I don't know. It's
Because you guys could take over if you drop more frequently.
I agree, which I just signed an Empire deal. We'll just jump into that. I signed an Empire deal.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? And we got a distribution deal. Workaholics, we're still independent, but we got a distribution deal.
So we got an exclusive right here.
Yes. And what that means is...
Break it down for the people.
Music is about to be very, very, very frequent. All the stuff you're seeing now, like Devv, you just heard his mic drop. I got one coming. Zay gonna be home soon. Oh yeah. Zay gonna be home soon. I got 2 mixtapes dropping. Me
Are
and
you
Zay
guys
got an
competitive
album
amongst
dropping.
each other with the music stuff?
Oh yeah.
Always.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta come after him with that one.
And every time Devin will come to me or I'll come to him, we show each other the verses. I love that. It happens where one of us will go rewrite. Guaranteed, you know what I'm saying? And we'll be telling him like, nah, it's just gas, keep that. You know how it goes. We take bars from here and piece it together. Collectively we make the stuff, like it's crazy how it all just comes together. With Workaholics, it's natural. With Kush Gang, it was natural. With Young Writers, it was natural. So like, I like where I'm at though. I like this group of guys. Just like I said, it's all family. Seventh Letter. That's our producer. Shout out Seventh Letter. We're all
big OG.
You know what I mean? Like,
so you guys have the whole component. You got an in-house producer, which creates heat.
Yeah.
Because I know Seventh.
Yeah.
I mean, he's blessed me with a couple records himself.
Yeah.
And that dude is so naturally talented that you can tell that if he wanted to take it more serious, it'd be game over. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
And that's the goal. He sees us take it serious.
Too.
I mean, everybody just kind of follows suit. We all have our own walk of life. So we can't, you got to grind to get where we're trying to get. We all got 9 to 5s, and you brought it up earlier. We all got families, we all got bills, but this is a priority. It's just, you got to take care of those things before you can get to this thing, One day, this will be the thing that takes care of all that. But until then, it's the process, it's the grind.
Leveraging the brand, making the music.
Balancing the two, balancing effect.
Bringing it together.
Yeah. Yeah, just balancing effect.
I don't know how to do none of that. That's what my brothers are for.
I mean, hey man,
they balance me.
It's all good, I don't mind it. We got a lot of shows coming up.
Well, the good thing about it is you guys are so early in the process as far as moving as a unit on the main stage that Devv could really focus on becoming the best rapper that he could be.
He could.
And you could really focus about improving your networking throughout the Northwest and West Coast.
That's the goal.
Right? So everybody has their strengths that they're working on, but it's all like a transformer that's moving like Optimus Prime. You know what I'm saying?
We talk about it all the time. Consider it like a starting 5, right? You can't have a center playing point guard. We all have roles, we all have positions, and we all play it. And we serve our purpose, and we don't try to overdo it, we don't try to overstep, we respect each other's boundaries, but we also take constructive criticism. And there's no fighting amongst us. There's really not. I see it in a lot of groups that even start as brotherhoods like us, fights happen. And it just don't happen with us. It's been years and it just don't happen. So that's a definite blessing for sure. And it just makes the work so much easier. When the environment is so just free,
You guys have a really cool movement because I noticed that the streets are paying attention to you guys.
Yeah.
When you guys started making a scene and doing these moments like the freestyle ciphers and
shout out Misdemeanor, man. That's all. That's Misdemeanor, and I was a pleasure to be on board with it and help with the shows. But hey, shout out Misdemeanor, man. You did all that.
Much love to Misdemeanor, 100%. But you guys are capitalizing off of the right moves at the right time, and it's magnifying the impact of what you guys are doing. And this is good because if you can use the momentum to power you guys even further, then people are going to start to come around just for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So right now, the Tri-Cities is having a moment where the 509 is paying attention to the different cities, Yakima, Tri-Cities, Spokane, and everybody's like pushing their best to the top right now specifically. So Misdemeanor has a cypher series that he started out of nowhere, right? Well, from the outside, that's what it looks like.
Shout out Misdemeanor, thank you.
Much love, Misdemeanor. We started paying attention as a city at the same time to what was going on in the city. So I thought that it was really interesting to see who was rising to the occasion. It was you guys. And that means that you guys have been watching when nothing was going on. You guys were watching and ready for the next move.
That's a good point.
So I see it.
Yeah.
I'm out here and I'm dissecting everything. So being that you guys are already moving when people are barely starting to get it going. My question to you guys is like, what is the next big move for you guys. And before I say that, I want to say, like, when 50 Cent had G-Unit, they came out with, what was it, Beg for Mercy?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it changed the game up as far as a group album went.
Okay.
Do you guys have, like, a group project that you're going to drop on Heads? Or do you guys, like, a group event that you guys have coming together? Like,
so we have a couple things in the works. One of which, you know, here in just a few weeks, you know, we're blessed to have Tory as a host. But we're Ray's Golden Lion, shout out Ray's. We're doing an event May 24th. We're doing the Workaholics Showcase. It'll be the first one of many. And it's basically just a showcase to put all these talented individuals that I know in one place so everyone can network together. That's the goal. And Ray's really provides a really solid environment for that. So we both have history there. So it's just full circle to be back there. It's a blessing. Then as far as projects, we each have individual projects that are dropping together. So like me and Zay being CEOs, we've made it a point to be like, I need an album with Devin, I need an album with Veek, and then me and Zay need an album, so that we all have albums. And Zay's doing the same thing. So me and Devin have an album. Haven't picked a name yet, can't release that details yet, but we are in the works of an amazing album. It's got, like 13 tracks, 12 tracks, something like that. Me and Veek got an album coming out with like 6 or 7, and me and Zay got probably 2 or 3 albums together. Because me and Zay have spent a lot of time,
so
you
there's
know,
4
really
guys?
building this. So look, you got Devin, you got Veek, you got me, you got Zay, you got 7th Letter.
Okay.
And shout out Torrance out in Gresham. So there's only a handful of us, you know. We might be adding some first, but as you see, you know, we're just signing an Empire deal, getting the showcases going, with these albums coming, getting those things in order, the artists will come, you know.
Very cool. So
what he's calling.
Let's do it.
Be a private call. Please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept this free call, press 1. Thank you for using
Perfect timing.
Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hey Zay. Hey, we're live on the podcast, brother. You got Tory right here.
Hey man, what's popping with you, man?
I'm on the phone.
Hey, I hope you're doing good, man. We're just doing a podcast over here, and I'm breaking down a lot of the things about Workaholics with your 2 label mates here. Did you want to give me a rundown about Workaholics and the origin story and how you met these 2 individuals right here?
Man, how I met these 2 individuals right here is a divine appointment of definitely. First off, who you got right there? Is it you and Devin or you and Veek?
It's Prota-C and Devv.
Yeah, Prota-C and Devv.
All right. So Devin, I met taking one of my homegirls in the parking lot of what was it? Ray's Golden Lion.
Okay.
He started rapping for me. And then a whole year went by until we started really chopping it up again and kind of just hit it off from there and just kind of formed, you know, a brotherhood. In the quick summary. And then how I met Prota-C was on New Year's of 2020, and which was another homie from the camp, Veek. I met him, and then I met Prota-C through Veek, and I ran into Prota-C a couple other times, but really met him was on New Year's. We kicked it at his family's house. We were chopping it up, and then kind of just went from there, and just we found out we share the same passion for music. Fast forward through life, and we share a lot of our whole lifestyle has kind of been based on the same thing. So it's just kind of how it works.
Cool.
And then the birth of Workaholics kind of started back in 2018. I was working with 2 other groups, Devious Records and Top Left, and those are kind of like my homies, but they wanted me to engineer for them, but I kind of always had my own lane, so I kind of birthed my own thing. and kind of just went from there.
You said Top Left?
Yeah, you was at one of my first shows back in 2018 when me and Yogi won that, I can't remember, I think Ray's Golden Lion, or...
Very cool. Yeah, I think I've met Yogi before, and Top Left's been around for a long time, so that's pretty cool to hear that.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my first ventures.
Very cool, man. Let me ask you real quick, what's your vision as far as what you want to do with your music individually and where you want to take your label?
Man, what I want to do is kind of create the first real label, one that lets everybody be independent, one that lets have everyone to create full potential with their creativity, and none of that money hungry, give me type thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I tend to, you know what I mean? It's all cherry picking. So
Yep.
with everybody on the group, everybody in the group, we hold a strong role. You know, we all play a very important role. And without each other, we can't make it happen. So it's not like I'm just looking for rappers to make money off of. I'm looking for brothers to build strong relationships with and potentially take over and build a name for Washington State.
We're stronger than just a group.
Yeah, that's real cool, man. It sounds like you have the entrepreneurial, self-starter, the go-getter kind of mentality when it comes to making music and doing the business part of things.
Yeah, definitely. And then on top of that, authenticity. Like, everybody in the group got a special story to tell.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's hard to tell a story when you ain't really been through it. So, I mean, I'm doing this from prison, so that tells you a lot right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
For real.
Everything telling his story. DJ will tell you the same. These will tell you the same. And the homie G will tell you the same. And anybody else in the near future to be part of the team, you know what I mean? They'll be able to tell you the same.
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't know how long I got you, but if anybody wanted to find your music, how could they track anything you've done online?
Yeah, so I went through a little ventures with names. At first, I was going by Grouch, which was my hood name. And real life business and gang stuff don't mix.
Yep.
So I switched my name to Zay with a Diamond. So you can look me up on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube under Zay with a Diamond, DayWittadamond. But now I changed my name. It's just Zay Diamond, and I haven't really released anything under that name yet. But me and Prota-C have something in the works for him to be able to get that under control while I'm in here.
So I'm gonna give him an exclusive real quick. Zay is gonna be dropping 2 tracks here soon on his SoundCloud. So pay attention if you have me following you. Pay attention if you're not following me. It's Precious Prince on Facebook, Prince of the Northwest on Instagram. Zay will be dropping 2 tracks from prison, and I'm announcing it exclusively on Tory's podcast.
Okay, cool. This podcast is going to be out in a couple of days, so people are going to know about the exclusive drop on the SoundCloud. But is there anything else that you want to tell the people that are listening right now?
Man, be patient. Be real patient, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It takes, good things take time, and we definitely got something in the works. I know my brother and TJ have been working very, very hard. I've been working very, very hard. Miracles don't happen overnight, but you know what I mean? I just tell them to be patient, and before you know it, it's going to be overwhelming the amount of music and everything that we can give back to our fans and listeners.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was just telling the guys that that's the only thing that's missing, just dropping consistent music, and you can take over any city, any region, you know what I'm saying?
That's because our engineers
for sure. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? And
Yes, sir.
perfection is perfection in ourselves is our biggest critic. You know, nothing is ever perfect.
Yep.
And that's kind of been my biggest thing is trying to make things perfect. And sometimes I'm just gotta just get released and just let our people decide.
Yeah. We've been so focused on perfection, and he's coming home soon, and so we were just, holding back for that and focusing on shows and building the brand and building the name. Hopefully we're getting the graveyard shift and Workaholic clothing,
Yes, sir.
duo going. We can drop something maybe this Halloween, next Halloween or something. That'd be dope.
Yes.
We've just been focused on other things, but music dropping is very important, and that's our next direction.
And I mean, even other business ventures. Like I started tattooing, and you can I don't know if it's a visual, but I know Dev got the logo tatted on them as well.
Yep. I just saw that.
You know what I mean? And that's something I did, and that's something that it's earned. It's not just given. So I mean, everybody from the team has earned that. So it's definitely a blessing.
No, definitely. Hey, did you come up with that logo?
Yeah, you did.
I did. It's also an acronym as well, which stands for Winners, Owners, Rising Kings, Always Hustle, and Live in Constant Struggle. And that's kind of, where it goes from there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. When I saw it, I thought that it looked pretty iconic.
Yeah, it definitely got a big meaning. You know what I mean? But and I'm gonna let Prota-C and Devv take over from here because I'm about to hit a child real quick, and I'm not trying to miss out. But
all right, man. Hey, we appreciate your time, man. Thank you, man. Thanks again. We appreciate your time.
Hit me back, buddy. Yeah, I'm glad he made it for the.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. When is he gonna get out?
He should be out in July, y'all.
In July. Oh, so it's coming up.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. On that note, though, until up till July, we have a couple shows coming up. We do have the May 24th at Ray's. We're also on at the Tri-Town Get Down.
Let's go.
Shout out Caleb. I know you're on there too as well. So that's gonna be fun. June 7th, I'll be at the Uptown Theater, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And you catch the whole camp too. It's not just me.
We're gonna keep this one short. We're gonna probably go another 5 or 10 minutes. But do you guys want to give us any more information to kind of like solidify our talk here today? If you guys want to talk about where to find your music, or
so you can find me Prota-C, Prota-C. You can find me on any platform. You can find Zay, ZVYDYEMAND, Zay Diamond. Again, I'll be sharing all of his stuff. We have a Facebook page, Workaholics LLC. Working on an Instagram page, and I'll let Devin, fill you in on his details.
Yes, sir.
Cuzz'n Devv, you can catch me on SoundCloud, Cuzz'n Devv, CUZZ-NDEVV. Instagram, Cuzz'n.Devv. What else? Snapchat, Devin the Dude 420. I'm also Cuzz'n Devv on Facebook as well.
Yeah, my Facebook's Cassius Prince. It says Cassius Prota-C Prince. I'm the only one. Instagram.
Yep.
Prince of the Northwest. Prince of the NW. And my Snapchat is Prota-C. So we're real easy to find. If you guys have any questions, though, Tory, you provided a dope platform here.
Yes, sir.
So we appreciate the look. We appreciate the time.
Yeah, and I appreciate you guys meeting up under my circumstances because, the show must go on no matter what's going on. We got to work. We got to take care of kids. We got to put on for the 509. But I just want to let you guys know that I want another opportunity to do a podcast with you guys individually.
Okay.
And we can pair it up to when you have a major release that's going to be coming out or a show so that we can make it promotional. Sorry, I just chugged a little bit of a beer.
Maybe we could do the Tri-Town Get Down.
Yeah, we could probably do something like that, most definitely.
Yeah.
And as far as your homeboy, when he gets out, man, we'll do a podcast for him too as well. Because I want to make the platform more accessible and more close to like our local heart of things. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna do a release party when Zay gets out, so
Perfect.
Around that time, if it works out, you might get the exclusive drop on that as well.
Freeze.
Yeah,
Freeze.
it's gonna be all up. It's up and it's stuck, man. So I just wanted to thank you guys one more time for being on the Tri-Town Tory podcast, and much love, and keep an eye out for these guys, Workaholics. 1.